For the most part, life follows a rather predictable pattern. We are born, our parents care for us, we get educated, we figure out how to support ourselves, we create a family, we have our own children, we grow old, and finally, we die. Unfortunately, that's the way life goes. For the most part, we concentrate some of our life on the school aspect because it consumes a significant portion of our life. We mean most individuals spend 20 years or more in the educational systems, which, assuming an 80-year lifespan, equates to nearly 15% of your life. Many of the key skills you'll need to be a genuine success in life are taught at school, including math, English, science, discipline, and socialization, to mention a few. However, not everything worth knowing is written on blackboards. So, here are 10 things that aren't taught in college but you should learn. Number 1. Basic personal finance. Wouldn't you love to learn how money works? Aside from the usual math, like how to determine how much % you're getting in a coupon, wouldn't you like to learn more about why people earn more, how to invest, and how to increase your salary? I mean, if school took the time to teach students basic personal finance, then we wouldn't have been making this video. There are many aspects of finance that would have been beneficial to learn in school in order for everyone to be more efficient in their lives, such as how to balance a checkbook, how to save for retirement, and why some people are better off starting their own business while others are happier working for a corporation. Here are some of the basic tips we recommend for you to fill in that gap. First, save more than you spend. Second, never make a purchase on a credit card if you don't have the cash. Third, invest in yourself and in your skills. Fourth, save upon emergency funds. And lastly, pay off all your debt. Number 2. How to actually get a job. So you're finished with school. Well, what's next? Most of you will most likely seek advice from your parents or someone who is a little older. Otherwise, you'll have no idea what you're doing, wasting time and resources, while also giving you the impression that you'll have to compromise at every turn just to have some experience to begin with. Not only should the process of looking for a job be taught in school, but you should also have a basic concept of how to rank different occupations in order to locate one where you can thrive and be productive. This is usually done through a skill called prospecting, which you've probably used several times in your life, especially when you're faced with a choice. This basically means analyzing a choice or situation and your ability to prospect and make a decision based on the data. Number 3. How to never get a job, or what we call how to live an unconventional life. If there's one thing college is, that is conventional, it has always been the way of things. Parents work hard just for you to get a college degree, and in return, you have to study to get in a good university. But in the past few years, we have seen more people break from that mold, taking the leap to start a business or freelance instead of committing to school. Now, students are becoming more aware of the fact that instead of chasing materialistic things, we should instead aim for a job that we like. That we should aim for a more flexible schedule to focus more on important things other than money. With the world evolving and the economy changing, we now have a different perspective on what self-employed used to be. While college brings in opportunities, if these things don't make you happy and you aim for a simple and unconventional life, go for it. Number 4. How to build healthy habits. Every one of us is a creature of habit. We have a habit of waking up at the same time every day, brushing our teeth, drinking our morning coffee, and commuting to work in the same manner. But because college is such a grind, we instead begin to develop unhealthy habits we don't even realize we're doing. This includes sleeping late at night or waking up too long on the weekends. Eventually, when you graduate, these habits no doubt will follow you even when you're already working. So here are some tips that you can apply to start creating healthy habits. First is to stack your habits. The greatest method to start a new habit is to link it to an old one. Look for patterns in your day and consider how you may use your current habits to form new, more positive ones. Our morning routine is our strongest regular for many of us, so it's a fantastic spot to start a new habit. A cup of coffee in the morning, for example, can be a terrific way to begin a new 1-minute meditation practice. Number 5. How to network. You may have learned everything from how to write a term paper to how to master the art of procrastination in college, but there are some things that can't be learned in a classroom. There are endless opportunities to network at college, whether it's through class projects, exams, or parties. Making new connections and keeping those ties in the real world necessitates a completely different set of skills. This is a severe problem because one of the most important characteristics of a successful person is the capacity to connect and network with others to the point where many people believe that your net worth is directly correlated to your network. Number 6. How to create a life outside of work. In college, we're taught how to grind, how to get those A's, and how to ace your exams. But when it comes to working, it's a completely different setting. First off, we're actually getting money. We're getting paid to work, which is something different in college. Like most employed adults, the majority of our day, 9 hours at least, is spent working. That leaves little time for socializing, spending time with family, working on a hobby or passion project, kicking back and relaxing, or working on your hobbies. What's worse, people are delaying retirement by working until they're in their 70s or 80s. Colleges just don't put an emphasis on having or making a life outside of our jobs. Number 7. How to cook simple yet nutritious meals. When we're in college, most of the time, we are so busy that we don't even understand the importance of cooking simple yet nutritious meals. At the end of a hectic day, eating out or ordering in might feel like the quickest, easiest option. But convenience and processed food can take a significant toll on your mood and health. You may think that preparing healthy, delicious dinners at home is a complicated process, but we're here to tell you that it doesn't have to be. There are so many recipes online that don't require much preparation, and if you need more guidance, there are thousands of YouTube channels willing to share some knowledge. Number 8. Basic fitness advice. In college, only a few universities require PE classes for them to graduate. Because of that, only a few people understand how exercise and the brain are correlated. First, exercise can improve learning, since it can help the brain get ready to learn, but also makes retaining information easier. Second, exercise can improve students' mental health. Peer pressure, work overload, and high-stakes testing are all sources of stress for the students in the classroom and in their lives. Exercise helps to manage stress on an emotional and physical level, as well as at the molecular level. Furthermore, studies demonstrate that people who increase their physical activity become more socially active, which promotes confidence and aids in the formation and maintenance of social bonds. Number 9. Self-awareness. Do you want to be happier, more powerful, better at making decisions, and a more effective leader? As a result, the most vital muscle to develop is self-awareness. It's what will keep you on track to being the best version of yourself and the best leader possible. However, while college teaches you the importance of critical thinking, it hardly tells us how self-awareness is important in a workforce. This includes both personal and outward forces. We can see how people perceive us when we look outward. People who are aware of how others perceive them are more likely to empathize with those who have opposing viewpoints. Students who see themselves in the same light as others are more likely to empower, include, and recognize others. Number 10. Learning doesn't stop once you graduate college. Graduating from university is one of the most significant milestones for a young person. From focusing most of their efforts in school to meeting conventional standards, they will need to shift their focus to becoming extremely adaptable in order to become as enticing a recruit as possible to corporations. You obtain more social connections and learn about the application of knowledge in a range of real-life circumstances when you continue learning outside of school. Learning should never stop when schooling does. It should be a lifetime commitment, especially if you have a set purpose for your life. So if you want to get ahead in the employment search game, continue learning while vying for job positions. In conclusion, there are a lot of things that college or school in particular doesn't teach us. Some of these things have to be learned through life or by experiencing something. Colleges can teach you certain abilities and provide the groundwork for what comes next. But most courses aren't designed to help you build the professional or life skills you'll need to succeed in the real world. To do so, you'll need to take things to the next level by gaining the necessary things you need to survive.